Hi viewers, how are you? Today our class about photorespiration. This is another process which takes place in the plants only. We know about the photosynthesis and we know about the respiration. But this is a photorespiration. This is another process which takes place in the C3 plants. We know about the C3 plants, C3 cycle. What happened in the C3 cycle? The carbohydrates are synthesized by the fixation of carbon dioxide. But sometimes those C3 plants can show another type of process which is the photorespiration. What is the meaning of photo? Photo means light. What is respiration? We know about the respiration. All the organisms can show the respiration. That is, we can intake the oxygen and release the carbon dioxide. In that respiration process, it takes place as same as here in presence of light. So this is called as photorespiration. It is not as same as respiration. In respiration, generally, it helps in the formation of energy. Respiration helps in the formation of energy. But here, any energy products are not available in this process. Only the process is receiving of oxygen, liberation of carbon dioxide only. So that we can call it as respiration. It takes place only in presence of light. So it is called as photorespiration. The photorespiration is first observed by a scientist. His name is Becker. Becker, in 1959, he said about this photorespiration. He selected the plant, that is tobacco. He demonstrated that tobacco, the plant which can show the photorespiration. The rate of respiration is more than in presence of light than in normal condition. So that he called as photorespiration, the word given by the Becker. So this photorespiration is also called as C2 cycle. C2 cycle means in this photorespiration, the first product contains the two carbons. The two carbon containing product is first formed here. So this is called as C2 cycle. This is also called as glycolate cycle. This process is called as glycolate cycle. In this photorespiration, the first product is glycolate, which is participate in C2 cycle. So that this is called as glycolate cycle. Photorespiration also called as C2 cycle and glycolate cycle. Glycolate is the first product, so it is called as glycolate cycle. It contains the two carbons, so it is called as C2 cycle. Then why the photorespiration takes place here? So here the photorespiration takes place by the activity of a specific enzyme. We know that is Rubisco. What is the name of the enzyme? That is Rubisco. We know about the Rubisco. RUBP carboxylase and oxidase. In C3 cycle, I was explaining you. This Rubisco acts as the enzyme that helps in carboxylation and also helps in the oxidation. So the photorespiration is a process which can take place by the activity of Rubisco, that is oxidation. Then when the Rubisco can act as oxidation process, there are the several conditions are there. The first condition is high concentration of oxygen. What is the first condition? High concentration of oxygen. Then second condition is high temperature. The second condition is high temperature. Another one, the third condition, that is low level of carbon dioxide. The first condition is high concentration of oxygen, high temperature, and low level of or low concentration of carbon dioxide. What about Rubisco? We know about that. When the carbon dioxide is in high level, it can act as a RUBP carboxylase that gives the C3 cycle. In the C3 cycle, carbohydrates are synthesized. But when the oxygen levels are high, that means the plants which can grow in tropical region or which are grow in high temper area, in those time the plants, especially C3 plants, the C3 plants close the stomata. So when the stomata are closed, the carbon dioxide transportation is decreased. Gradually it is decreased. When the carbon dioxide supply is decreasing here, at the same time the oxygen releasing is high because light reaction takes place. Due to the light reaction, oxygen is released from the water, so that the oxygen level is increased in the chloroplast. Due to the decreasing of carbon dioxide, increasing of oxygen, immediately the Rubisco is very sensitive to oxygen. It can act as the RUBP oxidase. So what is the difference between the carboxylase and oxidase? I will show you. When the RUBP receive the carbon dioxide, which convert into phosphoglyceric acid. RUBP receive the carbon dioxide, it convert the carbon dioxide and fix the carbon dioxide into phosphoglyceric acid. It is a 3-carbon compound, so it is called as C3 cycle. In the C3 cycle, the phosphoglyceric acid gives the RUBP, and in this process glucose is synthesized. We know about this. This is a C3 cycle. But in the low concentration of carbon dioxide, when the high concentration of oxygen, what happened? See, oxygen is a high concentration. The RUBP receive the oxygen, it is undergo oxidation, it gives the one phosphoglyceric acid, one phosphoglycolic acid. One molecule of phosphoglyceric acid, one molecule of phosphoglycolic acid. This is one molecule, this is one molecule. This is the 3-carbon compound, this is the 2-carbon compound. We know about the RUBP, it is a 5-carbon compound. 5-carbon compound receives the oxygen, it gives the one 3-carbon compound phosphoglyceric acid, second one phosphoglycolic acid, which can participate in the reaction, that is the photorespiration process. So this is the process which takes place by the activity of, that is, Rubisco. This is the RUBP carboxylation, this is RUBP oxidation. The photorespiration takes place by the activity of the specific enzyme, that is Rubisco. Rubisco plays a dual role in this process. So when carbon dioxide is high, it helps in C3 cycle. When the oxygen is high, it helps in the photorespiration. So actually, photorespiration process is the waste process, because in this photorespiration process, the phosphoglyceric acid and phosphoglycolic acid both are synthesized. This phosphoglycolic acid finally gives the phosphoglyceric acid. Phosphoglycolic acid finally gives the phosphoglyceric acid. This is the C2 cycle. So this process is completed in the several steps, but only here one carbon dioxide gas molecule of, that means one carbon dioxide molecule is released as the gas. So we can say that why it is called as the respiration. Oxygen is utilizing, carbon dioxide is liberated. so that we can call it as respiration process. The process completely takes place in chlorophyll tissue with the help of the light, so it is called as photorespiration. Most of the scientists feel that this is the inhibitory factor. This can inhibit the process of C3 cycle. It can lose the productivity of the plant. But some of the scientists says that this is the process which can gives the energy. That means in the light energy, the ATP and NADPH2 are the forming there. It is called as assimilatory power. When the more light energy, it can give the more chemical energy. So due to the high level of the ATP and NADPH2, it can oxidize the chlorophyll pigments. So that this type of reaction, that means C2 cycle, prevent the damage of the chloroplast by this energy. So in this C2 cycle, one ATP molecule is utilized. That means it can lose the one ATP molecule, so that this excess ATP or NADPH2 are the protected by this process. This is only the thought of some of the scientists. There is no proof about it. So now, how the C2 cycle takes place and what is the mechanism of C2 cycle? So here, in generally, respiration completed in the cytoplasm and mitochondria. But the C2 cycle is completed in the 3 cell organelles. One is chloroplast. Second one is peroxisome. The third cell organelle, that is mitochondria. It completed 3 portions. One is the chloroplast, then the second one is the peroxisome, and third one is the mitochondria. So how the process takes place, how the mechanism is completed here. So just I will draw the diagram. The process of photorespiration is completed in these 3 cell organelles. One is the chloroplast, which is a double membrane structure where the C2 cycle starts. Then second one is peroxisome, which is very near to the chloroplast. It is a unimembranous structure. It is the second cell organelle. Then third one is mitochondria, where the respiration process is complete. So here, in mitochondria, it is also double membrane structure. The inner membrane form as the crystal-like structures. We know about that. So this is mitochondria. When the oxygen is high level in atmosphere, the ribulose biphosphate receive the oxygen and gives the 2 different compounds. One is the phosphoglycolic acid, phosphoglyceric acid. So this is a 3-carbon compound, this is a 2-carbon compound. Phosphoglycolic acid, 1 molecule of phosphoglyceric acid. The phosphoglyceric acid, which helps in the formation of RUBP, this is called as a C3 cycle. But this is not enough for the formation of RUBP. So 1 molecule of phosphoglycolic acid is participate in the photorespiration. This process takes place in presence of the enzyme, that is Rubisco. Then second step. The phosphoglycolic acid, it can undergo hydrolyze in presence of water. It releases the 1 inorganic phosphate and form as the glycolic acid. In presence of glycolic phosphatase, the phosphoglycolic acid convert into the glycolic acid. Now this glycolic acid immediately it can diffuse into the second cell organelle, that is peroxisome. In the peroxisome, this glycolic acid, the glycolic acid undergo oxidation. It gives the glyoxylic acid. In this process, 1 molecule of hydrogen peroxide is released. This hydrogen peroxide split into water and oxygen with the help of the, here the glycolic oxidase. The enzyme which helps in the oxidation, that is oxidase, which glycolic oxidase. One molecule of peroxide is formed, hydrogen peroxide. It split into water and oxygen. This is also a process catalyzed by an enzyme, that is catalase. In the presence of catalase, hydrogen peroxide gives the oxygen. This oxygen reused in the oxidation of another molecule of glycolic acid. The next, glyoxylic acid, a product here. This glyoxylic acid undergo amination. The glyoxylic acid undergo amination. It can form as the glycine. Glycine is the amino acid. Glyoxylic acid undergo amination. That means it can receive the one molecule of ammonia from the glutamic acid in the presence of enzyme, that is transaminase. The enzyme name is transaminase. When the glycine is formed here, this process takes place twice. That means two molecules of oxygen received by the two molecules of RUBP. It gives the two molecules of phosphoglycolic acid and two molecules of phosphoglyceric acid. And here two molecules of glycolic acid. Here glyoxylic acid. And finally two molecules of glycine is formed. After the formation of two molecules of glycine, these glycine immediately enter into the third cell organelle, that is mitochondria. Glycine is entered into mitochondria. In the mitochondria, the glycine can change into another amino acid. That means the two molecules of glycine can connected and form as a single 3-carbon amino acid, that is called as serine. This is also an amino acid. 2 plus 4 carbons are formed as a 3-carbon compound. What about the another 1 carbon? The another 1 carbon released as the carbon dioxide gas. This process is a decarboxylation process. In this process, a 1 molecule of ammonia also released. That means glycine contain the 1 ammonia. 2 glycines are there. That means 2 ammonia are present. 1 ammonia reaches to serine, another one released here. And here 1 molecule of NADH2 also synthesized. This is oxidation process, decarboxylation process, deamination process. 1 molecule of carbon dioxide, 1 molecule of ammonia, 1 molecule of NADH2 plus is synthesized from this reaction. Finally, the 3-carbon compound serine is formed. After the formation of serine, which is immediately enter into the peroxisome. This is serine, which is enter into the peroxisome, and it can undergo reduction. Serine undergo reduction. It can form as the hydroxypyruvic acid. Here, in this process, there is 1 molecule of ammonia is released and 1 molecule of NADH2 utilized. Ammonia is released, 1 molecule of NADH2 plus is utilized in this process. The serine is converted into the hydroxypyruvic acid. That means amino acid converted into the carboxylic acid. Then hydroxypyruvic acid can convert into the another product, that is glyceric acid. Then next, the glyceric acid enter into the where Next, the chloroplast. The glyceric acid is entered into the chloroplast and it can receive a molecule of ATP. It can receive the one molecule of ATP and form as what is the product here? Glyceric acid convert into the phosphoglyceric acid. The phosphate is received here. Name of the enzyme, that is kinase. With the help of the glycerokinase, the glyceric acid is converted into the phosphoglyceric acid. Next, phosphoglyceric acid convert into the RUBP, that is a formation of the carbohydrate, that is a process of C3 cycle. So what is happening here? Only the wastage of the process we are observed. See, hydrolysis process, oxygen is utilized and it will be released. Ammonia is utilized here, one molecule, that means two molecules of ammonia utilized here for the formation of 2-glycine. One ammonia is released here, another ammonia released. It helps in the next ammonification process. Here also same. NADH2 is released here, NADH2 utilized here. That means only the changes are here. One is receiving of oxygen and liberation of carbon dioxide. Oxygen gas is receiving in the chloroplast and carbon dioxide gas is releasing. And here one molecule of ATP utilized for this process. The high level of oxygen is inhibit the C3 cycle and the productivity of the plants, and also it can accelerate the photorespiration process. So this is about the photorespiration, which is completed in the 3-cell organelles. Okay, thank you very much.